Hello folks, this is Jeff Phillips with SmokingMeat.com, and today I'm going to show you how I smoke a chicken. And you know, you can smoke the chicken, you can prep and smoke a chicken whole just like this, but today I'm wanting to cut the backbone out of this thing. We're going to butterfly it. We're going to actually lay it open, and good reason for that is because it cooks a little faster, and by it being open like that on the grate, it cooks a lot more evenly. So let's jump right into this. This one is just a chicken I got at my local grocery store. It weighs about 6 pounds. It comes all trussed up, which I'm not going to leave it that way. I'm going to flip it over to backbone side up, because what I'm going to do is grab my shears and I'm going to cut along both sides of that backbone and completely remove it, and that will allow me to open this chicken up. So let me grab my shears here, and you can start on either end you want to. I'm going to start right back here, and this does not have to be perfect. You just cut right through it like that on one side. I'm going to flip it around, do the same thing right along that backbone. That backbone is about 1 inch wide, 3/4. Okay. Sometimes you'll get a little tough piece. Just like that. There's your backbone I removed. No need to keep that, so I'm going to toss it. Now, I just take it like this, and a lot of times there's a keel bone right here. You can actually take a knife and cut that, but I'm not going to worry about that. A lot of times I just flip it over and you just apply some pressure, and it kind of breaks that bone a little bit. Now this is just going to lay out flat on the grill. We're gonna season it like this, and we're gonna cook it like this. And that thing is ready now to season up and smoke. But first, I'm gonna, you know, normally you'd put some mayonnaise on this, or I like to use mayo on chicken. But what I like to do is I like to mix my mayo and my rub together, and that creates a mixture. And then I can rub that all over. I'll get it up underneath the skin, wherever I can. Okay, our mayonnaise rub mixture is finished. I ended up using about a cup, maybe a little over a cup of mayonnaise, and I added maybe a 1/4 cup of my original rub. Now I did want to mention that if you're on a special diet where you're trying to eliminate your sugar, you could use the Texas style rub in this. You'd probably want to use a little bit less. I'm guessing 2 to 3 tablespoons would be about right. You can add and taste, and kind of do it to what you think tastes good. But the main purpose for this is just it just goes ahead and mixes everything together, and it makes it really easy to spread this all over the chicken top side, and also on the meat side. And I'm also going to probably try to get some under the skin wherever I can. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm gonna flip this chicken over and do the meat side first. And I'm just gonna put about half of it on there, and I'll save about half of it for the top side. And you just kind of have to get messy with it. I want to get that all in there. You do want to be careful. There's some I can feel some ribs protruding in here. You don't want to cut your hand. But I do want to try to get this all over the meat side. That's an advantage. Another advantage you have to butterflying this chicken is you get the flavor on the inside as well as the outside. That'd be a little more difficult if you left it whole. So I just want to get it all underneath those wings, and then we'll flip it over and do the other side. Alright, we got that side done. I'm going to flop that right over, and put the rest of our, you can't be afraid to get your hands dirty when you're cooking. I'm going to get every bit of that out. I don't want to waste any. We'll make good use of that. Now just like before, I'm going to rub that all over these legs the wings, the breast. There's even an area here where I may try to see if I can get up underneath that skin a little bit. Sometimes that was pretty easy to break loose, but you don't want to tear the skin either, so you got to be careful. See, I'm able to pull that up. I don't know if you can see that. I'm able to pull that up and get my hand up underneath there. That breast can really handle a lot of flavor. Just pushing some of that rub up in there. And that'll be good. Anything you can do is better than nothing. Press it back down. But that is it. And that thing is now ready to go on the smoker. Alright, we've got the chickens ready and we're getting ready to put those on the Hasty Bake here. And as you can see, or probably hear, it's doing some raining out here, but we've never let that stop us. So I've got this thing heated up. It's coming up on 200, and we're going to bring it on up to about 275 if we can. And I'm just going to go ahead and place these right on the grate, and we'll just go from there. Noticed or not, I don't know if you noticed or not, but I put these chickens on this side. I actually have I'm using some lump charcoal, and I've got a cover, a deflector right on top of the charcoal to cause that heat to be indirect. So I'm placing the chickens on this side for that reason. There's no deflector on this side, so if I want a direct heat, I can move them on this side. I'm going to go ahead and cover those up since we're getting rain on them. But we're looking at probably a couple of hours, maybe 2.5 at 275. And we'll come back here and check them in just a little bit and see what the temperature's looking like. Alright, I'm so excited. These chickens have been on for 2 hours, and we've checked them several times, and they are sitting right at about a little over 160 right now. And we know there's going to be some carryover temperature once we take them off, so we're going to go ahead and take them off the smoker. And I'm just going to grab one of them right now. We're going to take it in the house and we're going to check it out. Alright, we just brought the chicken in, out of the smoker. I'm going to set this thing right up on the board. And I want to cut into it and see what we're working with here. Just a small tester piece. Hot, very hot. That's very good. Just to recap, we bought these chickens at our local grocery store. It's a little under 6 pounds. And we cut the backbone out, butterflied them, laid them open. And we then made our mixture of mayonnaise and rub, which was about 1 cup of mayonnaise and 1/3 cup of my original rub. And rubbed that all over the meat side, flipped it over, rubbed it all over the skin side, and we even got some up underneath the skin wherever we could. And then that was the entirety of our prep. And then we took it out, put it on the Hasty Bake smoker at about 275 degrees. That ended up taking about 2 hours. We checked it several times during the course of those 2 hours to make sure we got it up to our 165 degrees that we like to see on poultry to make sure it's safe. And then we brought it in, and obviously we cut into it and tasted it, and it's nice and juicy the way I want it to be. As you can see, it's super easy, something you can do at home in your own smoker or grill. Thank you for sticking around with me today as I smoke this chicken on the Hasty Bake smoker and grill. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure and hit the like button, and be sure and subscribe and hit the notification bell at the bottom. And once again, this is Jeff Phillips with SmokingMeat.com, and I'll see you next time.